Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. I'm going to try to make this short and sweet. Uh, for the people that have seen some of my other videos and they want to troll or they do not believe that something's a scam because someone's made some money or whatever, you don't need to watch this. I'm not trying to change your mind. Go ahead. Don't do your homework. Don't listen to me. By all means, it's all good. It's your money. I'm just trying to guide the people that don't want to get scammed. Right now, all of crypto is falling apart. You've got like Terra Luna yesterday that has literally went from 118 down to like a dollar 15 right now. So it's risky enough. Bitcoin's under $30,000. So it's way risky enough to try to make money in crypto and then to have to deal with all the scams. But these scams come up and up and up, and the more you find and the more videos I do, people ask me for more information. That's how I found this particular scam that I'm going to share with you guys. Now, I'm not going to debate it, and quite frankly, I'm going to stop responding in the comment section. But here's what I want you to do, guys. I want you to just hear me out. All I want for you, no matter where you are in your thought process, I just want you to understand what you're dealing with. And if you decide to move forward and invest some risky money, by all means, do it. I can't say I won't even do it at a small percent before. I've done a lot of risky stuff. But I always understand what I'm getting into, and that's what I want to explain to you guys. Now, the other guys that are literally trying to make good financial long-term decisions with their money, guys, this is a straight-up scam. Now, before we dig into it, please hit that like button. We're trying to grow this community. We want you to be part of it. Subscribe and hit that notification so you'll get these out in a timely manner, and it might save you some money so you won't get scammed. Plus, when I do find a good token that's not a scam, I share that with you guys. Now, at the end, please leave your comments. If it's just a troll comment and you're not even going to watch the video, but you're going to make the comment, hey, don't do that. But it's all good. All right, so let's get into it. Like I said, this was sent to me, and they asked me to go down the rabbit hole, so I did. It's called Mushe, I guess. XMU is how it trades. Now, guys, it took me literally about 3 minutes to figure out it's a scam. All you got to do, for the most part, guys, remember, I'm going to share how to find these and why they're scams and tell you what you're dealing with, and you can take it from there. But I am going to show you how you might be able to make some money. You just got to understand the game. Now, when you Google any coin, doesn't matter what coin you're thinking about buying, right? Google it, YouTube it, start there. Now, what we're looking for, no matter what, because guys, I'm always want good tokens, the next Shiba, the next Solana. That's why I find half of these things, because I'm going down the rabbit hole to find the next one. Now, I need to know, especially when I put real money into something, I need to know who's behind it. Is this guy smart? Is he a con artist? Who is he? Can he pull off what he's saying? What's his track record? Right? So got to know that. Guys, I'm not sending anyone I don't know money, or that they're not going to tell us who's even behind it. The second thing you need to know in a real blockchain is who are the developers, right? Let's think about it, guys. Every single one, and I'm going to show you in a second, every single one of these scam tokens compare themselves to Solana and Avalanche and Ethereum. Every one of them. But the difference is, if you understand blockchain and what it takes to create the next Solana, it takes billions of dollars. Someone's smart enough to do it. This isn't like building a plumbing company, guys. It takes a lot of knowledge. There's not that many people in the world that can create these things. And even if you're smart enough to create it, right, you're going to need hundreds of developers to be on your side to do it as well. So that's why, guys, it's so easy for someone like me that understands what blockchain is and how it's created to find these scams. Because, guys, when you compare something to, say, Solana, well, let's compare. We know the founders, we know the developers, we know everything about it. It's full disclosure. But we also know that Solana doesn't advertise, guys. Every one of these scam tokens do nothing but advertisement. And it's funny because they always do free advertisement basically for Solana because they're comparing themselves to it. But the reason Solana and any really badass token doesn't have to advertise is if you have a group of developers anywhere in the world, guys, that can produce, say, the next up and coming metaverse. They all know each other. They're all aware. They're like, hey, John Doe's just split off from Ethereum and he's going to go start the next Polkadot, which is the founder of Polkadot. He used to be one of the founders in Ethereum. Well, he's got a track record, guys. He's got hundreds of developers that will follow him. So here's what here's how you find them, guys. So once you Google them, you're going to see the same thing. Now, I want you to notice something because I've got about 15 scams or more, I don't know, on my channel. But look at this. Is Mushe XMU currently a better investment than Solana or Ethereum? See how they're putting themselves in that category? Well, the answer is no, not even close. But then look at it. They're all the same. Every ad is identical. Guys, literally, half of these IPs go together. It's the same IP address. That means that these websites were created by the same computer system, the same, Wi-Fi address, basically, computer address, where it's located. And so there's no one in the world that can create 6 Solanas. Nowhere. It's impossible, guys. They're all linked. Most of them are linked together. But it talks about Solana, of course, and it talks about Ethereum. It talks about their weaknesses normally, and then it answers the question. But we're not weak. We're going to fix it. Now, here's how you always know it's a scam. When you scroll down at the end, see, guys, this is an advertisement. This isn't a person writing an article. It's an advertisement. Why would they, if it was a real article, why didn't they talk about Solana and Ethereum? Why didn't they put their address and website? So that's how easy it is. They use the same, every one of them has a little billboard with a cool logo. But look, guys, when you click on their Twitter, click on Shiba's Twitter account. There's hundreds of thousands of people and they're talking together. Click on any of these. It's just a few posts and no one, even when you post, they delete it, guys. Their Telegram groups, go in there. No one's going back and forth about how much money they made and all this. There might be some people that think they're part of the game and they're in there promoting it, but it's not a back and forth conversation between whatever blockchain and its community like Shiba and Polkadot or any of those are. Most of the top ones like Ethereum, you can actually get in touch with some of the developers if you had a highly intelligent question that would justify their time. Now, I want you to notice something, guys. I'm familiar with every one of these damn blockchains because they're all in the same exact format and they all use the same type of advertisement. When you scroll down, guys, now look at this. Look at the one on the right, Algorand and AVAX, 2 top blockchains. Pac-Man Frog, that's a scam. Did the video. See how they have a pattern? Compare yourself to put your yourself in the environment and then put your name among the names of the elite and the best and make it look like an article, and new people come in, they don't know, they've never heard of any of them. Well, now they think, wow, Pac-Man Frog is the next AVAX. Boy, I've heard that. And they look at the AVAX charts and they're like, wow, I'm lucky. Guys, it's a scam. Look at the next one. Uniswap. Google it, guys. They're in court. They're getting sued for promoting half these scams. And I'm not spreading FUD, but they do have a huge class action lawsuit of some of the stuff's going on. Again, CLX token, scam. I've done a video on that one. Again, who's it comparing it to? The top blockchains, Avalanche, Solana. Scroll down. Guess what's going to happen? Well, let's see. I have to open it up. You read more, and it's going to take you to the end. I guarantee it. And I haven't been through this stuff, guys, but it's going to take you to the end, and it's going to take you to, it's comparing us to Algorand. Now, look, it threw this one in there, too. It's comparing it to that one. That's another scam token. But when you scroll down, oh, boom, there it is, the pre-sale. See the pattern, guys? It goes on and on and on. I'm going to keep scrolling. I bet I'll find one that I haven't seen, and it'll be a brand new scam. And mark my words, it'll have the same exact setup. Here we go. CRNO chronology, I guess. I'm not even going to try to say it. I'm a Southern boy. See, they always have that type of advertisement, the same little billboard thing, always. Now, they're comparing them for XRP and Chainlink to top blockchains. Now, I'm guessing when we read more, it's going to scroll down and take us to a pre-sale. Let's see. Yep, there you go. Now, I'm also going to guess, see, I've never been to this one, guys. Look at this. Let's go to their website, and I'll almost bet you any amount of money you're not going to be able to find out who the developers and the team is. Now, I have to say, this is a whole different design. It looks like a whole different get up, but I'm still going to guarantee you almost that when you go to the white paper, let's see if we can shortcut this. When we go to the white paper, there's not going to be any team. See, the first thing it says introduction. Guys, that first should be like, you know, Ray Meadows from Microsoft, which, think about it, guys. They just started a blockchain. It went all over because they were promoting the founders. But it should say Ray Meadows, Microsoft developer, creating the next blockchain. He brought 22 developers with him. Here's what they're going to do. Here's where they went to college. This is where they learned to code, etc., etc. Then it also tells you, hey, we already have $10 million created. We're going to have an ICO if you want in on it. We've paired up with Binance, and Binance has given us $10 million to keep the ball going, to get us started. And then you pull up their ecosystem. It shows you all the affiliations they have. See, guys, another way they scam you on these things is they show affiliations. They don't put the word, but when you go to every one of them's website, it'll have all these top names, these big names, like Binance. Well, those are just exchanges, guys. They don't have a relationship. It's not part of their stuff. They're scams. Anyway, guys, now hear me out. Here's the good news, or the good part. Now, none of this is financial advice. Guys, I've done risky stuff, and quite frankly, I can't guarantee if I see a pattern happen and I think the risk reward is good enough, I can't guarantee I won't jump in on these. But I want you to understand the game of what you're looking at. So let's just take for a second that I might be right. Let's consider that. And again, do whatever it is you want, guys. But here's their game. Okay? They go build a website. They get a really sexy logo and a sexy story. Then they build some badass website. All the websites are good looking, right? They set up the blockchain and the tokenomics. They get it all set up. And then they literally spend millions, guys, on advertisement. They just go all over the globe, everywhere. Unbelievable amount of advertisement. Now, here's what happens. They take the tokens, they get an unbelievable amount of tokens at a very good price, and they can control all the money. They do an ICO, they keep raising money, keep raising money. Well, the ICO comes out at, let's just say, 0001. Well, they raised $10 million. They haven't done anything. You don't even get your tokens yet. Well, they close that and they say, look, now we've hit our goal of $10 million. We're going to go to the round 2, and it's at 0005. That's a 4x, guys. So, yes, on paper, people got in and it's a 4x. Well, then they start running the ads and they tell everybody, hey, your $1,000 is now worth $5,000. You don't even have your tokens yet, guys. Now, let's just say that they're not going to rug pull it, which is another risk, but here's their goal. Normally, if they can, they want it to go to the public. So all their tokens, their millions of tokens that they gave themselves and started with, and they give you some tokens, right? It's all good. It appears to be legit. Well, when it hits, hopefully, if their marketing kicks in, that thing rallies and rallies and rallies. It may 5, 10, 50, 1,000x. And then they sell all theirs out, right? And they keep the ball going, most of them, as long as they can. And they just keep doing the advertisement, and that's why you see them skyrocket. So they make literally millions and millions of dollars. They close out their positions, or maybe they hold a couple of extra tokens, and then they keep the ball rolling. Well, eventually, because of videos like this and people not being able to get their money out, it becomes illiquid and it just dies, and there's no coming back. And guys, here's the reason it will never, ever, ever, ever come back. Look, Solana has went from 250 to 50. Solana has an ecosystem and thousands of developers. It has a future. It's a hell of a buy, not financial advice. And that why I'm at that point, why would you possibly just take all these risks with real money? Guys, if it's play money, there's no reason for you to even care. Just play the game. That's what I'm trying to teach you right now, play the game. But guys, some of the best blockchains in the world that can make you life-changing gains are on sale right now. Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Again, not financial advice, but that's where you need to be putting your money in. But guys, the number one thing of being a successful investor, period, is preservation of capital. If you lose your money, you don't get to play the game anymore. So anyway, guys, so here's what I suggest. And like I said, we'll use me. If I see a pattern, because I do have a lot of these lined up that I've been looking at that I'm literally have called a scam, that doesn't mean you can't make money in them. If you can get in early, and when it pumps, you immediately sell, guys. Take your money and run, period. And if they come out and they'll have another one right behind it, and you can jump in that ICO, do it over and over and over. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying understand the risk. So that's the positive side. Let's say that you can get in and you put, say, $1,000, $5,000, $10,000. I don't care. Let's say you put $10,000 in there and it pumps and you make 40 grand and you sell out. That's best case scenario. You're good to go. Plus they hit you with all the fees, but you're good to go. Now here, what risk are you taking on also? You're hooking your MetaMask and your wallet up to an unknown, dangerous, risky entity. We don't even know who's behind it. Now, that's fine. but make sure you have a new wallet, and there's no way they can get into your other money. So make sure you only put enough money in there you can afford to lose, and don't hook anything else to it. Don't open your emails around on that phone or anything without that MetaMask or whatever you use being closed out. Protect yourself along the way. Now, what's the other risk? The risk is that they raise, let's say their marketing doesn't work for whatever reason, and instead of raising the 10 million target, they only raise 2 million. And they go, you know what? This thing's going to come out and die. It's not even going to be liquid enough for us to make any real money, because we won't be able to take profits because no one's going to be buying when it hits the market. So they may just rug pull it, close it down, keep the money. You'll never get your tokens. That's a risk, right? The other risk is a flat out rug pull once it pumps, and they're like, wow, this thing's pumping, and you're watching it, and you're like, wow, my 10,000 is worth $150,000, and it's pumping. Well, you're not going to take that profit because you didn't listen to what I just told you, and you don't believe it. And then they pull it at a positive when it is kicking ass. So guys, there's so many ways to be scammed, but here's what you got to understand when it comes to hodling these things. They're not building the next metaverse or the next DeFi program. Guys, they're building nothing. There's nothing there. Now listen to me, because this is important, and I say all this with love, guys. I just don't want you to get scammed. But if you take all this information in and you want to do it, by all means, I wish you the best. I really do, guys. But imagine this. If I told you tomorrow that I have a friend, I'm not going to tell you his name, but he wants to build a high-rise. Now, we don't know if he can build a high-rise or if he's in construction. And we tell you that he's going to build it in downtown Atlanta on a $10 million piece of property. Hasn't bought the property yet, but all he has is a website and blueprints. Would you give him money? And he can control the money, and then when you read the white paper, it's not illegal. It literally says in the paperwork, hey, we're not saying we're even going to build this high rise. If it doesn't get built and the project doesn't make it, you can't sue us. That's what we're signing when we get involved with these things, guys. So who would you invest with? Well, some famous architect, some famous contractor that maybe has built 10 high rises around the world. Well, he's got a track record and a reputation, and he's probably a billionaire that we could actually sue if he scammed us. See the difference, guys? They're both risky, but one is bizarrely risky, and we understand it's not going to happen. Now, that's what I'm trying to get you about these projects, guys. If you go look at the ecosystem of, say, Solana, it's endless, guys, and it's growing as we speak. You can even go onto some of the websites, and you can see the development as they progress. It hits these little, knobs that shows you like how many hours a developer literally was putting in to upgrading the project. So what I'm saying is, guys, there's no high rise. There's never going to be a high rise. There's no land. Solana has the land, right? They have the high rise. High rise isn't finished, but it's working. You can go there and see the workers every day. And that's the ones that can come back, guys. I mean, look what just happened to Terra. I don't know if that's going to be over with, or they're going to delist them or what. But guys, that was a world beater with a billionaire, one of the smartest developers in the world. I just bought some of it. I think the risk reward is pretty good, but I understand that it is highly risky. We have probably a 15, 20, 25% chance that Terra Luna is going to get delisted and be done. I don't think so. That's why I bought some, but it was just trading at 118, and now it's trading less than $2. and I haven't checked it. It may be under $1 by now. It just went straight down. So crypto is risky. Anyway, guys, hopefully this has been very informative. I know it's a little long. Like I said, I'm not going to probably respond to the comments because there's just too many trolls. Guys, I have your back. I'm not against you guys making money. I just want you to understand these are not the next Shibas or the next Solana. There's not going to be billions and billions and billions of dollars flooding into a project with no development team, guys. It can't happen. It's virtually impossible. So I just want you to understand the game you're playing. I used to trade penny stocks, guys, and they're not scams. They're just not corporations that are going to be the next Coca-Cola. All they do, back in the day, this is pre-internet and all the craziness, here's how it worked. Exact same thing. They're called pump and dumps, guys. They've been around for as long as the stock exchange has been around. Probably we're doing it way back 1,000 years ago with rocks, when rocks were currencies. But here's how it used to go, guys. You take a room full of brokers, like 500 guys. They're all stockbrokers. And they called back then. You got a phone call. Hey, Mr. Meadows, I understand that you're an investor. I've got a great stock tip. It's the next Coca-Cola, whatever, right? And you say, well, I got some money. I'll throw in $1,000. And you do, and it pumps because there's 500 guys calling 100, 200 people a day, and they're pumping the stock. They're not pumping the corporation. The company's not going to do anything. It's not going to get any of that money. It's a pump and dump, and that's okay. I loved them. I seeked them out. I can't tell you how many I've probably done in my life back in the day when it was a thing. But I knew it was risky, and I never put like real money in there. So that's what these are, guys. And I just want you to totally understand that they're not coming back. When these penny stocks are done, those 500 guys go away. There's no more new money. Just like every one of these things, guys, go look at my very first one was Seesaw. Seesaw came this close to having me make a video on their behalf. I was so excited when I was reading what I thought was an article written by a writer. And I was like, my God, this is the one. And I can get in on it. And then just something in my brain said, wait, I need to investigate. So I started Googling it. I started going to YouTube. And I spent about an hour and I start seeing all these red flags. And then I start hearing these reports. Well, then I decide to actually read the white paper and find out who's behind it. I couldn't find those answers, guys. Then as I read the white paper literally said pretty much, don't cry. We're not offering you anything here. We're not going to tell you, literally in the paperwork, it says, if you agree to this ICO, do not expect anything from us. If you do not get any of this that's created, you can't sue us. This is risky. It basically told you, we're going to con you, but you're basically signing this scam when you agree to the terms. And I got so much backlash. But guys, go look at the chart of Seesaw protocol. Now here was my point that I was getting at. The reason they'll never come back, the advertisement dies when it dies, guys. They stop putting money into the protocol. And then it gets illiquid and it basically rug pulls itself if they don't rug pull it. Anyway, guys, hopefully that's pretty informative. I'm not going to tell you that you might not make out like a bandit because I get so many comments. I can't always tell who's real and who's not, but I do know that I've got hundreds saying, yeah, you're right. Here's how I got scammed. Whether they didn't receive their tokens or they got a transaction fee that was literally more than they had put in, or it was just a rug pull. There's a bunch of different ways that people have told me they got scammed. But I have had a handful of guys, and a few of them are very honest. They're not trying to be trolls. They're trying to help me get the true answers out to everyone. And I have one guy I just talked to for a long time. We go back and forth in chats because he's a good guy and he's sharing his real information. He put like $1,000. He made like 14,000. He took out like 9,000. And he said, yes, they hit me with all these crazy fees that I didn't know were there, but he's still in it, right? And he said, I'll keep you abreast of what happens with the remainder amount of money. The last time he sent me a thing, he said, hey, I tried to get out and it was too illiquid. Well, okay, let's say he loses all that. He still made money, one of the very few. I had a guy contact me the other day and say that his account had went up like literally like 2,000%, and that when he got the spread was so wide because it was so illiquid, even though it was trading up that high, his fill order literally, yes, he made like 300% instead of 2,000%. So he still made a lot of money, but it's scalping. But the gap gets so wide. I mean, guys, it goes on and on and on of the risk. But anyway, guys, if it does work, this is my suggestion, not financial advice whatsoever, but this is what I would do. If you do hook your MetaMask up and you're safe in all that area, and you actually get your tokens, and let's just say you turn $1,000 into 10,000, right? Immediately put your 1,000 away. Maybe put 2,000 away. That way you're good no matter what. And then take that remainder and keep signing up. Keep doing it. Learn the game. Play the game. That's what I would personally do. And if you do that and you're an honest person, hey, tell me. I'll share it with the community. We'll all get in on the game, guys. I'm not here to be against you. I really want us all to do well. I'm against the scammers, but I'm not against making money off the scammers. And if we can learn the game, and if that is the game that we start to see a trend, because see, guys, when you go to the launch pads, they're all the fudging same, guys, which is hilarious because when you go to the launch pad, we can start a blockchain tomorrow, guys. For $4,900, they'll they'll clone a blockchain. You tell them the story, they'll get it listed for you. But what's so funny about that operation, when you go to the launch pad, they tell you how hard it is, and we only deal with the top protocols and the top people. But everyone that they launch, there is no founder, not one. There's no development team, not one. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for you. Please hit the like button, share, subscribe, but mainly share this, guys. Spread the word. Whether you disagree with me or not, at least get it out to the community and let them understand the game and let them have informed information to see if they want to participate. Because, guys, seriously, especially the global community, I live in America. It's a big difference, guys. There's a lot of poor people around the world getting into these scams, and I hate that the most for them. I absolutely hate it. They're taking advantage of people that might have limited education, might have limited money, and have limited access to maybe even the internet. They see a billboard or they see something, in a magazine, and they figure out how to, maybe go to their friend's house and say, hey, I want to buy this, and they figure out how to open up an account, and they buy it, and it's all a scam, and I hate that. I hate it. I hate it. Anyway, guys, sorry this went long, but I wanted to get this one out there, and give you some hope. In my opinion, if you are in it early and you can get out early, you got a chance. Good luck. Let me know the true outcome in the comment section. Take care, guys, and remember, not financial advice.